Coach Antoine Pettway. Coach, you're getting old. I thought you just played like a couple years ago, but I'm looking over here. You got through playing in 2004.
2004, man. I'm getting old. I promise you I am.
Time flies. Time flies. You still look young, like you can still play. I bet you probably do play a little bit. Antoine, tell everybody the story about how you ended up at Alabama. If I get this wrong, then you can slap me next time you see me. But I think you came here as a walk-on to start out with, and then just absolutely worked your tail off to end up being a great player here at Alabama. Just tell everybody the story of how you ended up at Alabama.
Oh, no problem. As a senior in high school, we made it down to the state championship, and Coach Godfrey came and watched me play that game, and it was the last day of the recruiting period, and he came down to my high school, and I was hoping, I grew up a big Alabama fan. I was hoping for a scholarship, but he came and told me on the last day of the recruiting period basically that if I came to Alabama and worked my way onto the team and showed him I deserved a scholarship, that he would give me one my sophomore year. But he gave me the opportunity to come and be a part of the program. And so I got here, and every single day when I first got here my freshman year, I just worked my tail off, and it eventually, turned out great for him. I got a scholarship my sophomore year. We were able to win the SEC regular season championship with guys like Mo Williams and Irvin Dudley. And my senior year, we were able to go on to the Elite Eight. But, I just commend Coach Godfrey, man. He played me. You know what I mean? He got me here, and then he told me if I earned it, he was going to give it to me. And I just worked my tail off, and, he put me out there and let me play.
Well, that's a great story. You got a great story to talk to. You guys got, you're playing 11 guys now and maybe get to 12, but you got some guys over there maybe with their lips out, not playing as many minutes. You're a guy that can say, hey, look, you got to work. You got to earn it. And if you earn it, Coach has got a bad habit of playing the best players. And if you earn it, you'll get your time. Do you ever have to have those talks with some of those guys?
I think we got pretty good guys, and they understand that, we all just want to win, and I think they're unselfish enough to know that it's not about them and it's about the team. So we hadn't had to have those conversations yet. You know what I mean? So I think our guys are on the same page. They know that if you earn it, we're gonna give it to you, and that we all put it in the same direction. We wanna win.
Right. That.
And Ron, it looks to me like, and I don't coach your team, that's the one thing I try to avoid. I just watch you play. It looks to me like that you're not getting enough cheap baskets off the break. Teams win that get cheap baskets. And secondly, and I don't know what's the reason, I had the same problem. You go through periods of time where you don't shoot it well at all. And I don't know if that's shot selection or if that's the wrong guy shooting it. Comment on that for me.
Yeah, that's definitely an emphasis for us these past couple of weeks, is just to get easy baskets in transition. We're telling our guys to, off misses and even off makes, let's get deep outlets and let's try to run and get something easy before we pull it back and call a set. So that's definitely a point of emphasis. And then with shot selection, the one thing that, with our shots not falling, the one thing that, we all know that every night the shot's not going to fall, but that's why you got to play quality defense. You got to do the other small things, because on any given night, you're going to be missing shots, and you got to find other ways to win. So we try to give our guys confidence and tell them, when it's open and it's a shot that you licensed to take it with no repercussions, and we're going to live with the results. But that's definitely something, we feel like we just got to keep shooting, keep taking quality shots, and eventually they're going to fall. But in the meanwhile, we got to keep defending, we got to keep rebounding, we got to keep helping each other on defense and doing the small things that really affect winning.
We're talking with Antoine Pettway, who's obviously assistant basketball coach, a great player over at Alabama. One of the things you said was, Antoine, my first question was, you grew up always wanting to play at Alabama. And that's important, and that's what you want with these in-state kids. I think with you and Coach Johnson and y'all staff there, y'all are starting to kind of make it cool again to come to Alabama. You guys are working extremely hard. I see you at tailgates at the football game. You guys are everywhere. Just talk about the importance of this year's recruiting class that you guys sign, keeping these kids in state. Now you got to get some out of state as well, but making it cool to go to Alabama again.
Yeah, and I speak from experience that a lot of kids in this state grow up rooting for this program, and I know just for myself, I grew up always. I watched Hollywood Robinson. I watched Robert Orville. I watched the Derek McKee, Latrell Speedwells, and those guys. So I always wanted to come and be a part of the program. And I think it's a lot of that in the state, I know it's a lot of that in the state. So what we've done, I think we've done a great job of kind of targeting the guys in the state early and showing them love, not taking them for granted, but showing them love and showing them how they can come in and impact the program and put that Alabama across their chest. Because like you said, it means a lot to a kid that's grown up in this state, that's rooted for this program, that wants to see Alabama great again. So I think Coach Johnson and the staff has done a great job of just targeting the Herb Joneses early, the Alex Reeses early, guys like that, to kind of just show them, John Petty's, to just show them that, we're going to make them a priority and that they are important to the success of our program.
Antoine, has y'all's recruiting philosophy changed a little bit with Avery Johnson here, maybe opposed to the other staffs that you've been here and worked for?
Well, I think just, both staffs kind of worked hard. Both staffs worked hard, man. And I think Coach Johnson just really, like I said, he's targeted those in-state guys. And not saying that Coach Grant didn't. I think both have done a great job as targeting in-state guys. But, I think with the excitement that Coach Johnson has brought in and that kind of thing, he's really going out and just networking and meeting the coaches and all that kind of thing, and getting around and seeing these high school coaches and these high school kids early on and letting them know that they really want to be, he really wants them to be a part of the program.
Well, I think one of the differences I see is you guys were able to go into Mississippi, get a really, really good player, but go into Georgia and get an elite guard. You guys aren't afraid now to go in there and battle the big boys. I think Avery takes that as a challenge, and you guys did a terrific job. Just comment on the two kids that you got out of state.
Yeah, Galen Smith is we feel like he's the best big man in Mississippi, probably consensus top 2 player. And it was the thing of just getting on him early. We saw him, I think, he's going into his junior year, in the summertime. And, he wasn't all the way there yet, but had big hands, long arms, ran the floor well, played the game the right way. And we just monitored him his whole junior year. And we were able to just get in there early and develop a relationship with his family. And I think it paid off at the end when the other schools tried to come in a little bit later. And, he stayed loyal. Same thing with Colin Sexton. You're dealing with a kid who came to our teen camp going into his junior year. Nobody knew who he was. Wasn't ranked in the top 200. And I remember seeing him and that's another important thing I think we do here. We don't care about the ranking. We evaluate talent, and then we decide, we rank you. What are you ranked to the Alabama staff and the Alabama program? And so this kid was probably 200 in the country. Nobody knew him. And I remember seeing him at teen camp and saying, man, he can play. So we followed him his whole junior year. And Barry and Coach, man, wasn't nobody in the gym watching him his whole junior year. It's amazing. And he just kept playing well. I would go watch him. He would have 35 against kids going to North Carolina, kids going to, a lot of high majors. He would just keep playing well. And so going into the summertime, people started kind of like mumbling about him, but still I think he got maybe ranked like 90 in the country. And he told me before the summer that he had a couple goals. He wanted to be a McDonald's All-American. He wanted to win a USA medal, and he wanted to basically just headhunt every guy ranked in front of him. And the kid went out and did it, and he's now top 10 player in the country, but just through sheer hard work. And when he got ranked that high, a lot of the blue bloods came calling, but we had been in there so long, and we had developed such a strong relationship with his mom, dad, his high school coach, his brother, his sister, everybody. They were all bought into our vision at Alabama till those schools came in. They were just too late.
Yeah,
too late to the ballpark.
Well, that's a credit to you guys jumping on him early and getting the work done early. Dad?
Post play has not been what you want it to be, I don't think. I haven't seen all the games. But Dante and Jimmy have struggled a little bit. As you watch practice or is involved in practice, do you feel like they're going by the time that conference comes around, they're going to be good enough to really help you inside?
Yes, we feel like they will be. We think they're coming along. We want to do a better job of getting our guards to give them the ball when they can, and we're telling those guys go get rebounds and offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, run the floor with purpose. But we like our big guys. And we think when we do get it in, they make good decisions. Not all the time. They don't shoot it all the time. They may pass it out and get us good shots. But we love when we throw it in there and it kind of play out from inside to the out, to outside. So we think they definitely gonna come along a little bit more, and we want to do a better job of getting them more touches around the block. Okay.
All right. Tonight, Alabama, you guys take on Charleston Southern. It's coached by Barkley Radebaugh. Barkley's a good friend of mine. He was with Eddie Fogler there at South Carolina before, and then when we came in, he stayed for a few months and then went on to Winthrop. But just talk about Charleston Southern in the game tonight. 6 o'clock game was a little bit different. TV kills me. They just jump these game times all around. Just played a stinking game at 7:30. But anyway, 6 o'clock tip tonight against Charleston Southern. Talk a little bit about tonight's game.
Well, we're facing a talented team in Charleston Southern. They're led in scoring by this kid, Christian Keelan, a true freshman, averaging 16 points a game. Also have a really talented point guard in Armel Potter that does a great job getting in the lane. And then they have a quality big man who can score with his back to the basket. And as we all know, in college basketball, that's a gem. So he's a guy in Javis Howard that has a go-to move on the block. They look to throw it to him inside, and he can get a bucket. But they're going to be a fast-paced team. They love running in transition, and they run a lot of dribble drives. You're going to see a bunch of little guards trying to take our guys off the dribble, get in there, either score, get fouled, draw help, and create for others. So it should be a fast-paced game. We got to do a great job of limiting their paint touches, with penetration off the bounce and off the pass. If we can do that, then we'll be in great shape at the end of the night.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. Let me ask you one thing before I let you go. If you and Coach Johnson went down to the Coliseum floor, and y'all played one-on-one, and you played to 10, maybe 10 by ones.
By one, okay.
Who would win?
I'm surprised you even asked that, Barry. I would definitely blow him out.
You would?
10-0. 10-0.
If you got the ball first, he'd never get it. If it was make it, take it. Never touch it.
But on the other hand, if he got the ball first, he may beat me 10-0. Because we both bad defenders right now at this age.
Yeah, do as we say, not as we do, if those guys were watching you. Well, Antoine, we appreciate it. One of the things I want to tell the fans, maybe you tell, everybody's all excited about this recruiting class, and they should be. But you guys got a team this year that needs support, that's got a chance to have a good season. I know you're not playing as well as you'd like to right now, but that's part of the process with these many new guys. Just talk about the importance. You played there. Talk about the importance of getting behind this team and what attendance can do for these guys, playing on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, creating that home court advantage. These guys, just watch them day in and day out. They work their tails off, and I mean, the fans being in the stands means a lot to our players. I mean, last year you look at the Texas A&M game. I think our student session, our crowd won us that game. You got a kid who's a 80+% free throw shooter, goes to the line with a chance to win the game, and our crowd was so disruptive that he missed both and allowed us to win the game. But we're very excited about our team's possibility this season, how hard they're working. We got a bunch of high character kids that love the University of Alabama, love playing at the University of Alabama. So we definitely want our fans behind this team this year, because we feel like it's early in the season right now. We're working our tails off, getting better each and every day. And I'm telling you, get behind these boys, because we can do something this year as well.
All right, Antoine, good luck tonight. Appreciate you being on with us.
Appreciate it, Barry. Appreciate it, Coach.
I'm going to tell Avery you said you're going to beat him 10-0 too, by the way.
Definitely, because he's going to want to play you one-on-one today if you tell him.
See ya.